Tonight on SmackDown AfterBuzz, we're going to talk about the Triple Threat Battleground match. We're going to make Darren Young great again. Talk about Ryder. And then we're going to beat up John Cena. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
And just like that, out of nowhere, we are live on AfterBuzzTV.com, YouTube, AfterBuzz TV, SoundCloud, iTunes. 5 stars, subscribe, tell your friends about the wonderful world of SmackDown. Welcome, everybody. I'm Christian Rosenberg. The Twitter, @RealRosenberg. Instagram, TheRealRosenberg. The T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Regular crew here this week, going to break SmackDown down for you. First off, lovely, elegant, sophisticated Scott Narver at Curtain Jerks.
Oh, and you said I was regular. I don't know what to bully you.
I like to tease people.
Yeah.
Oh, and that person next to you at Chris Reports, it's Christy Olson.
I mean, I'm here too.
You're here too. All right. Hi. How's it going?
Hey.
You were just in Portland this weekend.
I was in Portland for WCWC. It was awesome sauce. It was the greatest thrill of my life. It was so much fun. And those episodes are going to start airing on the Fight TV app in a couple weeks. I will let you all know.
Awesome. So let's break down SmackDown, because we got a lot to get into today. We only have one more Thursday night SmackDown AfterBuzz.
Whoa.
So exciting.
I know.
Enough of this tape stuff.
Yeah, who needs tape stuff? We want to be, well, we are live, but we want to be live talking about something that is live.
Yeah, and they thought they would like ultimate spoil us with that whole SmackDown Canada Orton announcement thing, like one last time. To be reminded why we need SmackDown to be live.
Yeah,
Exactly.
One more for old time's sake.
Yeah, thanks for that.
We'll get into that in a little bit. That we start off tonight kind of similar to how they set up the beginning of last week, and I like this little change that they've done at the very end of Thursday Night SmackDowns, where they've we're hanging out backstage with like the quick little buildup of what our main events are going to be. So we have Jericho talking about how he's gonna teach Sami Zayn a lesson, and he's gonna get it. And a crew guy asks him what is it, and he's like, it's it, and he can't find a scarf. And then we also have Seth Rollins and Jey Uso backstage, and Rollins kind of making fun of Jey about the fact, I didn't think you'd be here because I thought you guys travel in packs and would be home with your cousin who's suspended. And Jey challenged Seth to a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Jay made it clear at the end that he was Jay.
Yeah, just because
I didn't know.
I swear to God, when I first started typing it, I'm like, Jimmy Uso with Seth. Delete. Oh, Jey with Seth Rollins.
Not Mr. Naomi, right?
No, Jimmy's Mr.
The other one.
Jimmy's Mr. Naomi to you.
Right.
Wow.
Sorry, boys.
That's what they are to you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I need name tags.
So, what do you think of this kind of little setup? Because also we're just getting these quick little backstage snippets, and we know pretty much 2 of our main matches tonight, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that it changes up the 20-minute promo from one guy to slowly challenge another guy, or it's a non-challenge that instead we just get a bunch of snippets of guys backstage.
Yep.
Makes the matches matter a little bit more, and I like that.
Yeah, because actually we say, there's this reason that this match is happening, so we're going to roll with it. Yeah, I'm cool with it. And SmackDown kicks off. JoJo's in the ring, ready to go, and then she gets scared because the WWE Champion's music hits. Dean Ambrose comes out, and she's like, it was not on my cue card. Why is he coming? I don't understand what's happening. He's not supposed to be out right now.
I mean, you can do that. You've been to Portland now with WCWC. You can roll with the punches. JoJo's not on her game.
Well, I know I had a total moment watching this where I was like, oh my goodness, what would Christy Olson do?
What would Christy Olson do?
Yeah, what would you have done?
Well, she played it off fairly well after she regained her composure. I think I would have gotten out of the ring a heck of a lot sooner. I was like, why is she still standing there, especially if she's scared? I don't know, right? Gotta get the hell out of there, JoJo.
Would you just have to announce right away, like, ladies and gentlemen, WWE Champion Ambrose?
Yes.
But
shout over that
she
music.
wasn't told it was happening. Therefore, he doesn't deserve an introduction.
Roll with it. He's the champ. If Vince McMahon shows up and no one tells you still announce that it's Vince McMahon coming out.
All right.
Either way, JoJo got her moment.
Yep. Yes. What a moment it was.
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose comes out because he wants to give this whole ring announcing thing a shot. I didn't think he did bad. I mean, he had fun with it, obviously. He introduced Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. Seth Scumbag Rollins said a lot of PG insults towards Seth.
Yeah, he's kind of the master of the PG insult, Dean Ambrose. Keeps it pretty clean.
He'll cut you down, but doesn't need to be dirty about it.
So we have the match. Early on, Dean Ambrose starts treating WWE ring announcing like he is ring announcing the local circus in town. Just letting everyone know, hey, you can pick up your T-shirts at the souvenir stands. Make sure they're new Dean Ambrose ones. Da-da-da-da-da. Mentioned 5 minutes went by in the match. And also said someone with a 97 pickup truck you parked in a fire lane. You got to move it.
He's just concerned for the safety of the fans in the audience. What if there was a fire and the fire trucks couldn't park in that fire lane?
In that one lane at that giant arena.
He's just doing his
job. That's where the fire is, you know? You got to move the car. And he said there were Seth Rollins ice cream bars. I think that's a lie. And anyone who was there at that show, and if they didn't have those ice cream bars, demand your money back.
Ooh.
But he said he wouldn't recommend them because they taste like crap.
But I don't think they were there. And they didn't say on the program, ice cream bars subject to change. So if you don't say that, you gotta...
Do you have a program from this specific event?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
This is a taped show. I could have been there.
That's right.
That's true.
You can call me out on this in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, you can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins eventually wins the match with the pedigree. Jay did a great job. I mean, I think it was it last week when Jimmy faced AJ? Because Jimmy had a big singles match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now all of a sudden we gave Jay a turn with a big singles match.
Could have been the same one. We don't really know.
That's true. Who knows?
Feels like they're giving a lot of things a test run right now. They're using this time to see
Could they be
goes up well
teasing?
against who.
Could they be teasing that they're going to separate the Usos?
Oh, then we might know which one's which.
Yeah.
Well, we can't have that.
Well, yeah, because one of them would specifically be on Raw, the other on SmackDown. It's like, why? It's that one. I got excited for that. I'm sorry.
You did.
Nobody matched my excitement there.
Because I didn't know what you were excited about.
Okay.
I'm hoping one of them gets the weird, crappy gimmick. Like they just bring
One of them becomes a reverend.
Devon. Yeah, and it's Reverend Uso.
Reverend Jimmy.
Could happen.
Zack Ryder versus Sheamus. First off, the big news, and I think this is like the biggest news in all of wrestling this week. Zack Ryder has new music. We could not find it yet on YouTube, so we didn't play it.
It is so new.
But he's got new music.
He saved America, first off, on Monday.
Yeah.
He saved all of America.
He saved the country with his sidekick, The Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, we're going to reward you with your first theme change in 10 years.
It's daring, because that's the one thing that everybody loves about him. Like, that's for certain, is that music. And they went, we'll tweak it.
Well, it's the same. It's like the same lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a different...
It's more of a rock feel, because when he first came out with it, it was still kind of boy band rage and ECW. Mm-hmm. It was still towards the tail end of the boy band rage.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's just kind of more of the rock pop style.
But it used to be an indicator for when guys had a theme music change. That would be when they would change their alliance, if they were good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're actually getting a push.
Yeah, but sometimes they go hand in hand, because when you change allegiances, then you're important. You're like a worthy draft pick.
Would Zack Ryder be considered a worthy draft pick?
He saved America.
Well, that's true. Not many people can say they did that.
Because I don't think the guy who had the flag set up for, when they won, I don't think they had all the flags represented to, like, blow up and then drop down.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I mean, I only would have known had they won that there was a Canada flag and a Swiss flag and a Mexican flag.
I mean, in all things considered, it worked out pretty well.
It did work out very, very well.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, this new music apparently worked out really well for Ryder, because he beat Sheamus a former 4-time WWE champion with a move that he is yet to pin anyone with. The elbow drop gave Zack Ryder a clean victory over Sheamus. I never thought in my life I would say those words.
Well, you know, Zack Ryder had a mission in mind, so I think that's what helped him. He beat someone not of this land, and he saved America on Monday, so he beat Sheamus from Ireland, and he's going after the U.S. title.
That's right.
How can he be stopped?
He wants to prove that he is what America is all about, and now he met up with Tom Phillips on top of the stage for some reason.
Yes.
And he said,
well,
he wants
Tom
to get.
Phillips was just as befuddled as you were. Like,
That's
whoa,
that.
wait a second, Zack Ryder, you won?
But
What's going on?
I think Tom Phillips is also befuddled. I'm out in front of the crowd because he's normally backstage.
Had to get that scoop.
Yeah.
JoJo could have beat him to it.
Yeah. Well, JoJo was still flustered from Ambrose. And yeah, Ryder mentions that he is going after the U.S. title, trying to get that back because the man who holds it is not worthy of it. So he challenged Rusev for the United States title.
That is a bold move, boys.
What a real American Zack Ryder is. But speaking of this match, the loser of this match was not very happy, as in Sheamus. He kind of stormed up the ramp, yelling at Tom Phillips and like, what was that? Da 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 da. Tom runs away. Zack Ryder ran away too, which was odd. But apparently this week's Believe That has something to do with the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah.
So, in that case, for those of you that are new listening to us, get ready to start listening to us on Tuesday soon. Thanks for joining us. Believe That, Christy loves dirt sheets.
Yay.
I'm not a fan. Just not really a fan. So Christy finds a story every week on the dirt sheets that she thinks we would enjoy, and we decide whether or not we believe it or not. And it has to do apparently with Sheamus this week, so grab your helmets. It's time for Believe That.
There it is.
Oh, I mean, even in the hot weather, like the fire and the explosions, it's too much.
I got granite in my water.
Oh. All right, so what do we got?
I love it, boys. Well, maybe this plays into what we saw tonight, having it be such a surprise. Are there some changes on the horizon for Sheamus and his character?
Oh.
Now, it is being reported that at a house show for the weekend in Huntington, Virginia, Sheamus worked as a babyface. Yes, a babyface, losing in a tornado match. But people are looking into this a little bit and wondering if this means that there will be a character change for Sheamus. Will he become a babyface? He has been playing up his style lately. The beard's gotten a little less weird. What do you think, boys? Sheamus turning to a babyface? Do you believe that?
He's done it before, and he was much better as a heel. I don't believe it. I'm just straight up to.
Shut down.
I mean, he could do it, but he's much more entertaining as a villain. So I mean, maybe with the brand split, something changes, and he does. But I don't believe it at all. I know I don't have much more reasoning than I normally do. I just don't believe it.
I don't know. I mean, we've got the opponent for Lesnar coming up that we're going to be talking about. So that's, that guy's chances are a babyface.
Scott, I don't mean to cut you off, but the chat roll is wondering, Chrissy, if you know, who did he face in that match?
Oh.
You said it was a tornado match.
That was not reported.
The Shining Stars?
Yes, I'm sure it was the Shining Stars.
Well, because everyone hates them, so I guess that makes sense.
That's what.
Of course they get to win.
Logic. This is tough because I guess at any other occasion without the draft, I wouldn't believe it. But right now, it's like you said earlier, they're testing the waters for a lot of stuff. So I could believe that it's in the cards. Do I believe he's going to get rid of that beard and mohawk? No, I think it's precious to him, and he got a movie out of it. So I don't know. I guess yes, just over the line. Just barely believe that.
Okay.
It's apprehensive.
The chat roll so far seems the vast majority does not.
Wow. And this is one of the least controversial reports we've had lately. I'm surprised that
everyone's just like, nope,
banding
not
together
gonna happen.
to shoot this one down.
They're on my side this week. Thanks,
I do
chat
not
roll.
believe that.
But let's get back to the true American hero, Zack Ryder.
Let's do it.
Because Rusev is backstage with the NXT announcer guy whose name I can never remember, Greg something.
Valentine?
Is it Valentine? No. God, you made me just feel really stupid.
That was Greg the Hammer Valentine?
It was not. Maybe it's his son. Maybe his son.
Gregory the Hammer Valentine Jr.?
Yes. He goes by Gregory the Hammer Valentine Jr.
Wow.
So
He doesn't emote at all.
No, he doesn't. Chat roll, what the hell's the name of that guy, please? Someone tell me.
That guy really did not emote one bit. From being threatened, nothing, just stone face.
He's backstage with Rusev and Rusev says that if Ryder wants to challenge him, he can challenge him face to face on Raw, because that's when he may or may not accept the challenge. Greg Hamilton.
George Hamilton.
Greg.
The current colonel of KFC.
Greg Hamilton.
George Hamilton. So tan. Extra crispy.
Yes.
Yum.
Then we're supposed to get a women's match. Becky Lynch is heading to the ring, but Natalya kind of beats her up before she gets there. Whips her into the stairs, the barricade, sharpshooter out on the floor. Natalya, just this mean streak.
Yeah.
I love the mean streak. I need her look to change if she's doing this mean streak. She looks exactly I need something to change.
So if something changes in wrestling, like so someone goes from a bad guy to a good guy, or vice versa, if you will.
Sure.
Their whole wardrobe has to change from that point forward when going to any sort of show on television or live, and then it's like they cannot wear the same thing anymore. They have to indicate to me that they are a different person.
A little bit. Like
Noted. I will keep that in mind
They got to be a lot darker.
Okay.
Like a lot darker as far as the gear, because most heel wrestlers tend to wear more dark colors. Now, her ring gear tonight, she kind of flips from more pink to more black. She's just gone week by week with that. I don't know why. I want her to dye her hair. I'm so obsessed with this, and I shouldn't be because it's so stupid, but I want it to happen.
Well, I think the mistake here was that her getup was a little bit bad girlish in the first place. Like, she should have never really been wearing that as Natty the good girl in the first place. It would work now if it was the first time she's come out with this really cool black bodysuit, but now we know that as like good girl Natty. So yeah, even just the bottom 6 inches of the hair black, maybe. You can work with it. She doesn't have to take the plunge into Brunette Town or wherever.
What if she got a really short haircut?
Or she chopped the hair. That would be it too.
That could be like she gets
that can work.
Like the 80s spiked hair, like something like that.
I think she needs the hair.
Okay.
She needs the hair.
But everybody's got long hair. Is there a current WWE or NXT lady with short hair?
Asuka. Asuka's is shorter.
Yeah.
Asuka's is pretty short.
But no,
That's the
other
only
than
one I can
that,
think of.
yeah, everyone else has got long hair.
Mm-hmm. They gotta whip it around,
Well, all right, fair enough.
Can you show us how to whip it around again?
No, I don't want to mess up my actual hair.
She's not a Smith.
What? Oh,
Whip the hair back and forth.
thank you for the pop music reference.
Hey,
there, Scott.
I tried Greg the Hammer Valentine. That didn't work either. So I don't know what era I got to find you in. X-Pac was here last week. He was referenced, like he was a living reference to me.
We see a sit-down interview that Michael Cole conducted with Xavier Woods because he finally broke his silence about this whole Wyatt thing on Raw. And he mentions how Bray has this intrinsic quality about him. And he's afraid of wrestling the compound because he doesn't know what's there. He brings up Luke Harper's been out with injury. He might be there. We don't know what type of buzzards might be there. We don't know how many other Wyatt family members might be there.
He's right.
Is he happy about the decisions his brothers made by accepting this that quick? No. But will he stand by them? Yes.
Of course.
This, I think, has been my favorite New Day storyline since they turned face.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that there's a weakness.
The vulnerability.
Yeah. I'm liking this a lot. I like what Xavier's doing. I like everybody else is like, no, man, it's fine. And still doing what they do. I think this is really compelling stuff. And most guys don't want to do anything like this. I mean, we were talking about this with Xbox last week, that I think it makes them stronger if they do get split up or whatever it happens in the draft. I hope it doesn't, but I think it just adds a moment in time where you go like, oh, remember when New Day almost, or they did, split up, and it's just really cool. You care that they might not stay together as a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there are a lot of rumblings of that. I know I'm not supposed to report stuff that's not confirmed, but
it's okay. Your Twitter says that you
it
can.
Could happen. Yes. What?
Your Twitter says you like to gossip.
Yay!
It says reports. Christy reports.
Doesn't say what I report is true.
She just reports stuff.
I just report stuff.
But yeah,
any stuff.
And I'm just really intrigued. So like, is this all going to be a pre-taped match that they're going to air on Battleground?
This is going to be a TNA knockoff, viral, horribly produced, like... That's what they're going for.
I have no idea what you are talking about. I can't wait to end this show and play with my exquisite xylophone.
Careful, Joe! Just kidding.
Enzo and Cass are in a ring.
Not for long.
No. Cass brings up that what they did on Monday has nothing to do with helping John Cena. It's about sending the message, because if the club thinks that they can beat up Cena every week, what makes them think that they can't do that to anyone else? So they want to put a stop to that before it escalates. Out comes the club, and since Cena isn't there, let's beat up Enzo and Cass.
It's a good idea.
Carl Anderson mentioned his hot wife again. His hot Asian wife, apparently.
He mentioned he wanted an Asian dessert.
That had something to do.
What?
Yeah, it was dirty for PG talk.
It's parental guidance. That's all that means. Doesn't mean it's.
I feel like you clarify that with me every week.
Yeah, because people always say like, "Oh, that's not PG." Like, no, PG just means parental guidance. That's all it means.
I mean, Luke's not talking about Amber like that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That's right. He's not bringing her up.
No.
No.
No, because he's a gentleman.
That's right.
That's right.
He's a gentleman ski.
Gentleman ski.
Now AJ says, that he's going to go and shut your big mouth up, and Cass starts stepping forward, but he's like, no, not you. I'm talking to you, as I point directly into our camera.
Where Enzo Amore is.
Enzo Amore is right on the other end of that camera.
Certainly sitting and watching.
Yep. So we get Enzo versus AJ. I was excited for this match at first, because I was like, oh, there's going to be a contrast in styles. Which to see like a real nice, challenge for Enzo, see if he can hang with someone like AJ Styles, and then Enzo falls off oh God.
And you can't teach that.
I was really surprised he even went for the move in the first place, because they do that move a lot, but it's when Cass is literally launching him. Mm-hmm. So he's pushing you over it. I'm like, if you can do that without him doing it, why is he doing it in the first place?
Well, apparently he needs that little push.
I guess he does. Because pretty much from that point, I mean, the match went on as I'm guessing they planned. It was a good match. But just the whole time is like, even the commentators are bringing up the fact now he ends up maybe finally getting his senses back from that fall. So I mean, it's good that they bring up, hey, it is high risk. There's a reason you might not hit it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, he'll always hit it. His head. He hits that a lot.
He seems to hit his head a lot.
No, it's concerning.
It is. We're laughing, but that is a concern.
Well, and just, you don't want to be that guy who's always getting hurt, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't want to be that.
No. His head is real soft.
Styles Clash for the win. AJ gets the victory. And one thing we haven't really touched on yet, so we might as well just bring it up right now. Jerry Lawler's back.
Yeah, something that you said was never ever going to happen.
Me and Christian Cole,
mm-hmm.
my good friend, when Scott was out a few weeks ago, we said, no, he's done. Mm-hmm. There's no way he's coming back. Charges were dropped, suspension was lifted,
Yep.
and then he's back, and it's like he never missed a week, never brought anything up that he was
knew
gone
it.
for a couple weeks.
I knew it.
It was just very nonchalant. Oh, yeah, Jerry's here. Oh, was David Otunga ever on SmackDown? I don't
Oh,
remember.
David. Oh.
Now he's eligible to be drafted because he showed up on TV after 4 years. And they can sell a figure.
They
All they have
can.
to do is just make the torso.
Yeah. Jericho backstage, still looking for a scarf. He finally finds it, and it's around the neck of Kevin Owens. And Kevin was like, I wanted to check it out because I was considering getting one for my wife. Oh, snap. That was a diss.
It was, although that scarf looked pretty good on Kevin Owens. It was like a whole different look for him, but I kind of bought
It's
it.
classy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classy Kevin Owens.
Ooh.
It's a nice nickname for him. Mm-hmm. Jericho let him know it cost $750, and Owens was like, that's at best $4. And
I
Jericho...
mean, there's an exchange rate between their monies. You know?
Well, they're both from Canada.
He's from Montreal. It's totally different.
Montreal and
Not
Winnipeg.
real Canada?
Yeah, so they're way different.
Okay.
We're talking toonies and stuff. It's all different.
And I guess Owens got some popcorn butter on the scarf. Jericho demands money to pay for the dry clean. For some reason, Kevin Owens has a ton of change in his pocket and a Jolly Rancher, and gives it to Jericho.
But the gross green apple kind. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, some people like it.
Some people, but
Not-
you know who they are
Kevin Owens,
when they like it. Yeah. And there's a button that
classy Kevin
back.
Owens.
You need that button right back.
And Owens lets Jericho know that he's going to be out on commentary during his match with Sami Zayn later tonight. We get a shot from earlier in the day. Miz is backstage while a bunch of other wrestlers are laughing at the food fight on Raw. And let's be clear, that food fight was great.
It really
pretty good.
was.
That was probably the best food fight they've done.
Yeah.
It still has one unanswered question that bothers me.
Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens?
Yes.
We don't know who threw the pie at Kevin. I think it was the cameraman. I mean,
It was weird. It was very strange.
but Miz
I'm
wanted to
surprised
know.
that you care that much.
I just...
Well, you thought the camera would pan, whether it's Sami Zayn or somebody, so we just say, oh, Kevin Owens got his at the end. But we don't know who gave it to him.
When it's a 3-hour show, you go like, oh, okay, so you'll pay this off eventually?
Yeah,
No?
like
Nope.
then maybe you're like going backstage. Owens is just storming around backstage looking for the guy who threw the pie at him.
But this is
Yeah.
something that they have in their back pocket now for like the rest of forever.
I know,
Like
and
in
that's
like
what
a
it's gonna
year
be.
or two, this could come up again. You never know.
It's going to be Mark Henry and Mae Young's
hand.
hand all grown up, and it's like, hey, remember we paid that off? 15 years later, it's like, oh,
I threw that
you have to wait
pie.
that long? Like, you could have had it at the end of Raw, like Shane just have a pie, and like, oh yeah, hey, I'm trying to control these shows.
oh, that would work.
You know, they didn't show up again.
It's going to end up being like Kali or something. Is all of a sudden going to pan? Kali was the one
That
who
would
threw
be
the pie.
great.
But so Miz is wanting to know who threw potato salad on my wife to start that food fight. Turns out it was Kalisto.
Ooh.
And Miz and Kalisto have a little verbal confrontation, and a challenge is made. And then we have Miz versus Kalisto.
No potato salad is thrown this time.
No, potato salad on a
Unfortunately.
pole match. That's what they should do.
Ooh, a Russo original right there.
Yeah. Good match, good back and forth match. My thought, honestly, heading into this is like, oh, now because we got 2 weeks from Battleground, Miz doesn't really have an opponent for the Intercontinental title. Oh, this makes sense. Kalisto's going to beat him in a non-title match, gets the title shot, and then we go from there. No. A skull-crushing finale. Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, in a non-title match, wins a match. Who would have thunk it?
Imagine that.
Yeah. Kalisto has the power to defeat Ryback over and over again.
But-
Can't put the Miz away.
Can't beat anyone else.
Aww.
Are you still in withdrawal? Are you still in Ryback withdrawal?
I am,
Rydrawal?
and he's at home and he's getting like surgeries, and I feel sad for him.
But he might get drafted.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Hashtag Rydrawal.
Rydrawal. Oh, I like that.
Rydrawal. Mm-hmm. Classic
On a
Kevin
shirt.
Owens Rydrawal. I'm coming up with some good stuff.
That medication has a lot of side effects, though. I wouldn't take too much of that.
Tell us about some of those side effects, Scott.
Oh, boy. Swollen foot syndrome, achy knees, loss of fingers in the night.
Oh, God.
You become allergic to spaghetti.
Oh no.
There's a lot. There's just really a lot.
Yeah. Renee's backstage with Sasha Banks. Sasha is talking about how Charlotte has to believe the hype that is around Sasha. And out comes Charlotte and Dana. Charlotte dressed up as Sasha. And Dana is kind of dressed. Again, parental guidance, like you were saying. Dana was kind of hanging out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she likes to hang out. She always hangs out a little bit. I just don't know how these women do physical activity with these things. It just blows my mind. I mean, when she's just standing there, that's one thing. I mean, she's not falling over, so that's good. But like,
you make it sound like it was an accomplishment. You didn't fall over. Great job.
I think it is. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I hope to meet her one day and ask her.
That's going to be your go-to question?
That's what I'm going to ask Dana.
All right.
She has counterweights in the back, like she has a weight belt that's just like keeping her steady.
See, there's got to be
equilibrium.
something. You never know.
I don't know. You gals.
Something.
Well, this little back and forth exchange ends up with Dana challenging Sasha to a match this Monday on Raw, so Sasha can prove to Charlotte that the hype is real and that she's coming for that title.
That'll be an interesting match, I think.
Hey, Scott, are you ready?
Sure.
You got to get into character.
I took my Ryder, so my fingers are all
Okay.
loose.
We didn't get to do this last week. Actually, we haven't done this in 2 weeks because you weren't there the previous week.
It's true.
The fans have been jonesing for this. They've been in Ryder because we have not been able to make Darren Young great again in weeks. So
It's serious. It's very serious.
So let's get ready. Again, those of you new to the show, Scott and I think the Make Darren Young Great Again segments deserve Academy Awards, even though it's on television.
Emmys.
No, still Academy Awards.
Blockbuster Entertainment Awards.
Teen's Choice Awards.
Yeah, any of those.
So let us present to you this week's Makes Darren Young Great Again. Coach, I'm problem free. I never seem to have any problems with anything, but sometimes problems happen to me, even though I just said they don't.
What?
How do you maintain it?
You gotta delete your problems. Look at it like a final deletion. Just take a problem, find a dilapidated boat, get a gardener, anyone, Senor Benjamin perhaps, and just delete your problems. That's what you need to do.
Are you talking is that a metaphor for me deleting my opponents?
Yeah, do that. Hold on, let me read the rest of this here. Hold on, I'm reading a lot. I'm obviously reading a lot. Okay. You need what? Do you have a finishing move?
Oh, my finishing move is the gut check. But I don't know if that really solves my problem.
I've never seen it. I don't know what it looks like.
Because I haven't won a match.
I've never seen you wrestle, to be perfectly honest. I got hired
I haven't been on TV
4 months
in 6
ago,
months.
and they've locked me in a bunker.
I've been in a couple battle royals.
Again, you'll never get off a finishing move in a battle royal. Okay, you need to wing it when you go out there. Chicken. Hey, I know. Use the cross-face chicken wing. I'm not using it.
Wait. Are you giving me your finishing hold?
Yeah, I'm not going to show you how to use it. I'm just going to assume you figure it out somehow and then master it to win matches.
Yeah. And scene. That felt great. Thank you. Thank you, studio
I feel bad
audience.
to just reenact it word for word every time.
I seriously, it was just like that is we watch that repeatedly so we can get every piece of dialogue down.
Yeah.
Whew. It felt good. I think we're making Darren Young great again. I really do.
Water was spit out.
Uh-oh. Who spit out water?
Andrea Beeler spit out water.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Don't drink water during that
No.
segment.
In California, there's a drought.
Yeah. Spit that water out the window. Water something.
But then from there, we go from making Darren Young great again to finding out the Beast's next opponent.
Darren Young.
Yes.
What better way to make him great?
That's what we thought. And yes, for those of you that are trying to take Ryder, one of the typical side effects is spitting up your water. So careful.
True.
Just a heads up. But we go
It doesn't go out of your mouth either
No.
when you spit it up.
No.
It's bad. Gotta be really careful with it. PG.
Parental guidance. We go to the WWE headquarters where Scott Stanford, Booker T, and Corey Graves are hanging out as they officially announce at SummerSlam the Beast, the Conqueror, the guy now in the main event of UFC 200, Brock Lesnar.
Co-main event.
No, they've announced it as the main event now.
No, there's a title unification.
With who? Not John Jones anymore.
Not John Jones? And Daniel Cormier?
Did you not hear all the news from last night?
Have you been alive for the last
I've not
48
been
hours?
alive. I've been channeling my inner
Dude,
Bob Backlund and just been like...
I have to break this news to Scott because he's going to UFC 200.
I am going.
And I can't believe he hasn't heard this.
I haven't.
John Jones is suspended.
Because he watched the final deletion too many times?
Yes.
Oh, he got in the dilapidated boat.
No, he violated their doping, their wellness thing. He is out.
Yeah, everybody uses stuff over there. It's fine.
No, he's been suspended. The main event is now Lesnar and Hunt.
That's crazy.
Cormier might not even wrestle or fight. He's probably going to have a fight still, but it's not going to be the main event
So
now.
we can wrestle Darren Young.
Yeah.
Win.
I can't believe you, honest to God, you didn't hear about that.
No, I was watching the final deletion over and over and over.
Okay.
Clearly.
So,
Amazing.
Brock Lesnar, we haven't even announced who he's facing at SummerSlam yet from this. Brock Lesnar at
Axel
SummerSlam.
Hardy
Yes.
Yes.
He's going one-on-one
with a 1-year-old.
named Randy Orton. Oh. So the Viper, who's been gone for months recovering from surgery, will also make his return at SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar. Now, right off the bat, I love what they did because from the desk making that announcement, they brought up, hey, they both started in OVW together. They both made their debut in 2002, and they have never had a one-on-one pay-per-view match. So the
How
build...
is that even possible?
That is the baffling thing. Between them making their rises up, and then Orton became a main eventer when Lesnar left, and then Lesnar came back, but Orton was heel at the time too, or he was gone, and they never seemed to cross paths. So I love the fact that this is really kind of a first-time match with two guys that we've seen for the last near 15 years. That said, are we excited for this match?
Well, they don't usually make announcements like this. And it's for a good reason. Because, first of all, Randy Orton hasn't even stepped in the ring in months. He's reported to go to the Performance Center starting next week only. So we don't know if he's going to necessarily be 100% and be ready for this match. I think they're jumping the gun a little bit. You know, things happen in professional wrestling. That's why they don't usually make announcements like this. They wanted to do it because they think that UFC is going to hype it at the show on Saturday. But I'm apprehensive about it because I feel like, what if Randy Orton isn't ready?
What if Lesnar gets hurt at UFC and he's not ready?
That too.
That could be the case as well.
I'm concerned.
I'm almost excited for this match. I'm excited for Heyman and Orton going against each other on mic. Because I don't think Orton's been tested a whole lot in his mic skills with someone else to go toe-to-toe with.
So with Heyman, you're pretty much referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that could be interesting that Orton just can't do old cliches at this point. He might get fired up and say some stuff. So they have a long history without having a history.
Yeah.
But it's two veterans, doing that. So I think that's exciting. And the last time we really saw Orton, I will he's got points with me for a long time after that match at WrestleMania with him and Seth Rollins.
I loved that match.
That was a crazy good match with
the greatest RKO ever.
Yeah, well, that to arguably me, that and the Evan Bourne one.
I like that one more than the Evan Bourne one, personally.
And who knows what, he's a legit freak athlete, and so is Lesnar.
RKO out of an F5. It's happening.
Yeah, they could be doing something really, really great, and those two guys might have a lot in store for each other. So while I'm not excited necessarily for the story of what's in place, but I think they can sell it in a way that I will care.
You know who I wonder cares a whole lot is Randy Orton himself. He has been happy to have this time off. He's home with his new wife. She just announced that she's pregnant. I don't feel like... Yes. Yeah, no, she's pregnant.
Yeah, how many kids have they had?
He's been home a lot,
They don't have any children together.
Oh, there's another wife.
She has kids from a previous marriage.
There's another wife?
He just got married in Vegas like a few months ago.
I swear, he's got a few kids.
Like a few months ago. Oh, no, he does. You're right. I'm sorry. He does have like a 4-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. But the new wife is preggers. He seems happy hanging out at home, like with her and the kids. And I don't know, maybe they did this to like light a fire under his butt a little bit, but I just don't see him really giving a crap. Why would, I mean, he's been there, he's done that. And he kind of has that attitude, and I don't know.
But this is the challenge, that if he doesn't care, if it were to be just, hey, it's you and Cena again, like, oh, we've done this.
Right.
Maybe this is what he wanted. Maybe this is his call.
Oh.
Could be.
Maybe you're right.
But again, like we were saying, it's been almost 15 years that they've both been in the WWE, and they've never had this big type of match.
I don't believe it. I'm going to go home, check the network. I don't believe it.
Hey.
Yeah, not on a pay-per-view.
Booker T said it. He said it was their first pay-per-view match.
Yeah, because there was a weird, like he said, it's that weird window where Brock was there for just 2 years, and then they
Orton was Intercontinental Champion at that time, so he wasn't the main event like Lesnar was.
Right.
So they probably fought on a Raw or SmackDown one time, and that was it. And then from there, Orton reigned supreme, and then Lesnar came back and fought a lot of the same guys over and over. It was Triple H, John Cena, and Undertaker, and it was never Orton. When they were doing the Undisputed title, it looked like it could have been Orton, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So...
Well, we shall see how this one turns out, boys.
Yep, and I'm going to enjoy watching it with my sonic boombox. I'm going to sit and eat it with R-Truth, who had some trouble getting it because it was atop the ladder, and he wanted Goldust to help him overcome his fear of heights, because if I'm going to win Money in the Bank, I got to be able to do this. And Goldust's like, that was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
That was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
And it
I'm
looked
glad
delicious.
they haven't split those two back up again.
And it looked divine.
Well, we couldn't really see what was all in there.
It was like a hot dog, a burger, tots,
Dang.
and I don't know if it was soda or something.
A lot of food.
It was a lot of food for $5.
Noted.
Noted indeed. Main event: Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. Kevin Owens on commentary. Gold, as always, on commentary.
I wish he still would have had the scarf, though.
Well, Jericho had to walk out to the ring with it.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
I
but
wish he
then-
would have had it back.
Yeah, it got taken off. He can go get it from
Yeah.
the ring people and say, like, my neck is cold, and put it on.
But he'd be under the lights. How could he be cold?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Because he has a cold black heart.
Ooh.
Wow. That's not
He's
nice.
a lizard person.
That's another side effect for Rydrol. You get a cold black
Cold
heart.
black heart?
Yeah, or you believe in lizard people like Brian Kendrick.
Listen. That's classy Kevin Owens right there. Jericho and Zayn, as always, just put on a freaking clinic in the ring. Awesome match. Zayn is fired up on the outside, starts slapping the announce table, like pumping himself up. And Owens is offended. He's so offended, he's like, you can't slap the announce table while I'm trying to do this job to make this match entertaining. Boom! Gatorade thrown all over Sami Zayn.
Well, yeah, isn't that what you would do if someone came up and slapped our table while we're trying to tell the people about SmackDown?
I only have water.
Yeah, but
Wow.
if there were Gatorade ready at hand, I'd throw it. I don't drink Gatorade, so I'd throw Gatorade.
The fruit punch Gatorade is delicious.
And it's sticky, so you're really sending the point home.
So Owens threw Gatorade at Zayn, and in retaliation, Zayn threw a Chris Jericho at Kevin Owens. And then throws Jericho back in the ring, trying to wind up for the haluva kick. Owens hops on the apron. He gets the haluva kick from Zayn. Jericho then tries to take Zayn down, lock him in the walls of Jericho. Zayn counters into a roll-up, gets the win. Zayn defeats Y2J at the end of SmackDown, and then Kevin Owens beats him up. And SmackDown ends with Kevin Owens standing tall over his arch nemesis, Sami Zayn.
Enjoy it while you can, people.
Because they're probably going to split them up. So we can have this match again like a year or so from now. And then a year from then. And a year from then. I'm joking about it, but I'm looking forward to all those matches. So, and that's pretty much how SmackDown wraps up.
It was a good SmackDown.
Overall, it was a very solid SmackDown.
It was cool that they put the announcement on SmackDown for Lesnar's opponent. I think that's really cool that it wasn't just Raw heavy. Of just like, all this is happening on Raw. Check out Raw. They're giving SmackDown some credibility.
Yeah.
Again, I blame Canada for ruining it. But yeah, nice try.
I apologize to all our listeners in Canada for Christy's remarks. That's one more side effect for Ryder. Canadian insults.
That's true. I'm from Minnesota. I usually love Canadians.
Wow, but you got to cut back on the Ryder.
It's hard, guys. It's hard. I might need some help.
Why did your voice change?
Because I'm possessed with the Ryder.
It's a side effect.
I'm addicted.
And that's another side effect of Ryder? There are a lot of side effects for Ryder.
Husky man voice. Always wanting to be fed.
If you can think of any other side effects to Ryder, we would love to hear them on the YouTube comments, or you could talk to us on the various forms of social media. Christy, how can people reach out to you?
Well, I would love it if they would follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Christy Reports. Please also download that Fight TV app so you can check out some of my good stuff that's coming down. What else? Oh, watch Hollywood 911 on Reel's channel Saturday nights. I'm actually in the new episodes more, so it's good.
Scott Narver.
You can follow me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks. You can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on iTunes and SoundCloud. This week's episode this weekend will be an entire review and all talk about the final deletion. So that's exciting. And then Wrestling Compadre Slamcast, we have Rey Mysterio on there. That's Fox Sports presents Wrestling Compadre Slamcast. I'll get tasered for not saying that. And then also On Your Mark Show, youtube.com/On Your Mark Show. This week, Marty Jannetty and Virgil. It gets crazy.
I watched it.
Crazy.
It is crazy. You must watch it as well. Follow me on Twitter at Real Rosenberg, Instagram The Real Rosenberg. T-shirts, buy them, please. ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. YouTube and Facebook, Christian Rosenberg. This Sunday, Victorville, California. AOW, Alpha Omega Wrestling. I will be there running things because I'm the boss there.
Yeah.
So go there. Tweet me for more details on that show. And for all your other AfterBuzz TV news, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Christy Olson and Scott Narver, I'm Christian Rosenberg. Take care of the Ryder.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.